Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome, I'm 𝐒𝐢𝐦, and today I'm going to show you one of my happy memories from my childhood. It's a game called Speedball 2. Now, I've recently been looking at Super Buckyball Tournament, which I thought was going to be very similar to this. Turns out it's not. Full review coming on that fairly soon. But this old classic has been remodeled to work in 1080p. It does go slightly higher than that resolution, but if I use that, it absolutely destroys my 4K monitors and makes them behave most erratically. So I'm playing in 1080p, which is perfectly acceptable. Now this game has been published by Rebellion, and it's Bitmap Brothers and Vivid Games who originally brought this game out back in 1990, I believe, on the Atari ST. So that's not what I used to play on. I used to play on my Amiga 1200, and it's absolutely stunning. Now, it says it's got partial controller support, and what that means is that sometimes it doesn't work quite as you expect. But on the most part, I'm using an Xbox 360 controller. It works perfectly fine. So this game is exactly how it was back in the day when I played it, and it's a good game. It's a really, really good game. I'm just gonna, let me go back here. Let's continue my career. I was playing this the other night. I've just picked this up on Steam. It's on Steam at the moment for £6.99. You might be able to find it cheaper elsewhere, but for £6.99, I think you're gonna have to have an affinity with the game already. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe new players will look at this and go, oh, the graphics don't matter at all because the gameplay is superb. And it is. It's really good. And basically, that's what I thought Super Buckyball was going to be. I thought it was going to be a modern version of this classic game, and it's not. But like I say, there's a review coming on that. I'm just going to play a couple of games. I'm not really going to try and play very hard, but I'm going to try and explain to you how the game works. It's going to be a pretty short video, this. So we're in a division, we're in a lower division when we start out, and we're playing against AI teams, and you can see at the bottom here that we've got sort of a DMA, defense, midfield and attack for both teams. Now what that bar represents is how good your defense and attack and midfield are in comparison to theirs. A very nice, simple mechanic that shows that I am slightly better than this team, but not by much. That will fluctuate a lot. There are some games that you will absolutely dominate, and there are other games where you will be absolutely dominated. And upgrading your players is essential to keeping things ticking over nicely. Let's actually do that. Let's start with that. Let's go to the management area. Now, it's pretty limited, this, and I'll be honest, when I was a kid, I didn't really bother with it at all. But you can see on the right-hand side, this is our team. We're called Brutal Deluxe, purely because I couldn't be bothered to rename my team. And you can see we've got 3 defenders, 3 midfielders, 3 attackers, and 3 subs. And if we look through their stats in the middle, you can see that they've got varying skills in certain abilities. If we come and look at our attack field, you can see that we've almost maxed out all 3 of our attackers. And you do this by clicking on them, and then if you come down here, actually, this is where the partial controller support comes in, because B will take you out of a screen rather than take you back out of a section. So if we come down, if I can, into gym, there we go, then you can see that we can come up here and we can select, say, for example, the I think he's a left winger or a right winger, and you can see that he's absolutely maxed out. We've got $278 in the bank. Same with our central attacker, with the guy on the left here is not 100% maxed up. So if we come across here, then we can see we can upgrade that, his intelligence, 1326, and that's it. He's now maxed out on intelligence. So if I put a little bit on everything, actually that's going to cost me $117, and now I'm out of cash, so I can't upgrade anything else. What I could do is take some of these things off. Let's say focus on his tackling, You can see that I can afford to do another round of that and another round of that. Now I'm out of cash in that regard. That is the extent of the gym and the upgrades that you can do for players. Now, there are other players that you can get. Obviously, we've got some subs. If I come and click on the subs, you can see we've actually got some pretty decent subs. And you can just swap players out. So let's pick someone who's maybe not all that good. They're all very similar, to be fair. It's actually really difficult to see where you are, I'm sorry. So there are other players. You can see that the characters we've currently got, I've got like 1 star, 2 stars above their heads. They're not super duper duper stars. They're average players that we have maxed out. Now if you come over here to transfers, you can see that this chap here is a 5-star unit and he will cost us $3,410. Now in the early rounds, that's not really necessary to spend money on these very highly ranked players, but as you move up in the divisions, it will become essential. What I was trying to do earlier was swap players. So this sub here, there you go. So that's how you do it. It's a little tricky to see where the marker is sometimes, and you will accidentally get lost, and that's what happened to me a second ago. But that's basically it. We've also got some scout reports going on the left here. And they basically just give you an indication of how good each of your players are and what their current rank is, etc. Alright, let's actually go get into a game because that's quite a long introduction. So you have, basically you have an arena. An arena has a goal at either end. Scoring a goal earns you 10 points. But I think this next point clearly identifies what sort of game this is. Knocking out one of your opponents also gets you 10 points. So it's well worth doing that. In addition, you have those little sort of circular balls that we just scanned over there a moment ago. Throwing the ball against that earns you 2 points. You can also get extra points for hitting stars. There are stars on the opposition side for you, and they have 5 stars on your side for them. Clearing that also earns you points. In addition to all of this, you can see that things appear on the screen like power-ups or equipment improvements. Let's go. We're blue and we're attacking up. We'll always be attacking up. And you can see here that it's kind of a mix between, there's the stars I was talking about just now. And whilst we throw it, oh hang on, it's quite intense, this game. Ah, they've scored against me. Whilst we throw it against a star and we gain a star, we need to get all 5 stars in order to get points. They can throw the ball against one of your stars and turn it back off again, so bear that in mind. Above the heads of each player, you can see that we've got oh, I nearly scored then. See, we've got 2 stars now. Oh gosh. They very nearly got us there. But this is a good team. Right, I need to score a goal here real quick. Damn it. Trying to talk about this game and play it is actually proving more difficult than I expected. So these things here, these glass things here, they will earn you 2 points. I'll see if I can do that now. There you go, that's 2 points in the bag. Injuring players will earn you 2 points as well. That's another 2 points in the bag. And you'll notice that a couple of their players have got very low health, and that's good for us because that's good points if we can take them out, that is. So long press and hold allows you to throw the ball far. A short press and hold allows you to throw the ball short. So you can also put a curve on the ball, so as soon as you throw it, if you put a left or right angle on it, it will start to curl around in that direction. We're actually going to lose this game here if I don't score a goal, so I'm going to try and focus on that a second. Or I'm going to try and take out one of their players, because that's also 10 points. Throwing the opposition the ball and then taking them out is another good tactic that works quite well. Oh, how did he save that? There are also like power-ups and additional items that you can utilize in the game that help you. Oh no, I'm 2 goals down. I was trying to take out that striker because he's very low on health. This guy here who scored the goal is probably 1 or 2 hits away from being knocked out. But you see I'm getting my arse kicked here. This isn't a super hard team, but watch this. Didn't take him out. There you go. So now they'll come on and they'll take him off the pitch. That earned us 10 points, which puts us up to 25, 22, something like that. And they bring on a substitute player. Now you've only got 3 subs, so you can get to a point where you take out the majority of the team and then you've got control over them in that regard. Getting the stars I find to be quite tricky. You can see there's a glove on the floor there. We're getting taken out quite a lot here. I need a goal. There's a goal. Took the keeper out, got a goal. I think we're still behind. Yeah, we're still behind, look. They've got 47 points. They've got a lot of points. It's going to be a tough game to win. And basically, in no uncertain terms, that's sort of the entire gameplay experience. There's a goal, 42. Right, we're back in it, but we're running out of time. Seriously now. I need to find 10 points somewhere. Either need to take out one of their players or score another goal, ideally. But anything that earns points is a good move right now. Oh, this attacker's looking a bit worse for wear. I might try and focus on him a little bit if I can. Take the keeper out. Nearly. Oh, I was going for the 2 points there. That's how desperate we are. That's it, we got beaten, 47-42, quite a good game in the end. But that is the premise of the game, and that's really what I was hoping Super Buckyball was going to be like. Super Buckyball is nothing like this. Graphically, it's vastly enhanced. But yeah, but you can see them just taking the mickey out of us there because they won the game. That was a good game, actually. That worked out quite well. I picked this game up for less than £7, and I think for the money I paid for it, it's well worth having. If it's a game that you remember from your childhood, it's well worth grabbing. If you're sort of looking for something to play in a casual way that's fun and enjoyable and makes you laugh and makes you giggle, but is also a bit of a challenge and you know, a bit of a skill-based game, this is perfect for that. Speedball 2 is a wonderful game. I absolutely love it. Bitmap Brothers brought this out a long time ago. I would have loved to have seen the Speedball 3 by now, and maybe reviews like this one will be an indication to the likes of Rebellion to say, hey look, for not much money we could really bring this up to modern day standards, and I think people will be interested. But it all depends on how much traction we get off of videos like this, really, because believe it or not, publishers like Rebellion will come and look at reviews like this and see what the kind of feeling behind the game is and see whether or not it's valuable. Now, we're a tiny channel, so we're not going to get massive views, but you know, off the back of this, get people talking about it, maybe get a few more people to pick up the game, leave reviews on Steam, which by the way are mostly positive. And I theoretically believe that people new to the game will think, well, what is this? It looks like a game from the 90s. Well, it is, but it's a brilliant game from the 90s. What's good about this game is the gameplay. Really, really excellent gameplay. And it's just fun to play. It is really fun to play. It's single player, it's shared split screen, PvP, which you don't get to see very much these days. It's also shared split screen co-op, which could be a lot of fun. And like I say, partial controller support. I don't think there's anything else. Oh, it's got remote play together. I'd only just spotted that, actually. Got remote play together as well. That means if you own it and a friend of yours doesn't, they can come along and try the game out for free, play with you. They don't have to own the game. I think that's a brilliant feature that Steam have added, and you never know, they might think, oh, this is a great game. But add it to your wish list. If £7 is a bit too much for a game from the 90s, which I suspect for many of you it will be, then when it goes on sale, it's definitely worth grabbing. It's a lot of fun. I've just shown you one game here, and there's a few things I didn't show you. There's like a teleportation system where you can throw the ball off on the right hand side and it pops back out on the left hand side. Things like that. There's a lot more to this game. Well, a little bit more to this game than what I've shown you today, but essentially what I've shown you today is the crux of the game, and it's a great game to play. It's definitely put a smile on my face. Anyway, that's it for my review of Speedball 2 HD, as it's called on Steam, and let me know your thoughts. I'd be really interested to hear. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.